How does online counseling therapy differ from in-person sessions? What are the advantages and disadvantages of each? Hello, I'm Richard Chandler, a licensed professional counselor from St. Cloud, Minnesota, specializing in marriage therapy, men's issues, and career and business consulting. In March 2020, which is the time of making this video, life suddenly and dramatically changed for a great many of us. In addition to the disruption of social distancing, there has also been acute stress from concern about loved ones and oneself becoming ill, as well as severe financial stress from job loss and loss of business for many people. Although I had done some occasional distance counseling therapy by phone and by video conferencing, most all of my work with people took place in person within my office. Overnight it changed exclusively to online marriage therapy and counseling for individuals. I'm hopeful that you will once again have the option of in-person counseling therapy or online counseling therapy based on your preference. Now, how does online therapy differ from in-person couples counseling and work with individual clients? The first thing you might notice is that you don't have to drive anywhere to see the psychotherapist. In that sense, it is more convenient for many people. One downside may be that you don't have a private place within your home where you can have a confidential discussion without being within earshot of other family members. If you find yourself in that situation, as one of my recent marriage therapy clients did, you can do what that couple did, which is to take their cell phone and go to their garage for the session. Another option could be to have your session within your car. I have intentionally designed and furnished my counseling office to facilitate in-depth conversations. My office is comfortable, quiet, and confidential, and the therapy session won't be interrupted as it could be while doing psychotherapy from your home. Let's differentiate between the two types of online therapy. The teletherapy that I do is much the same as in-person therapy. It only differs by meeting through a video conferencing platform rather than physically within my office. The second kind of online therapy differs considerably and is generally offered by large national firms that have recruited therapists throughout the country. Clients may communicate with their assigned therapist by text and email. Clients have access to their psychotherapists on an ongoing basis. Those services often charge by the week. Basically, it is psychotherapy by email and text. Some people might initially prefer this type of online therapy. My concern is that it could work against clients learning to be more resilient and not overly relying on the therapist at a moment's notice when they're feeling low. An advantage to in-person counseling and the kind of online therapy that replicates in-person counseling is it's more scheduled and formal in structure. I believe it is superior in helping people to gain skills and resiliency needed to graduate from their time of engaging in psychotherapy. Resiliency has a better opportunity to grow by managing difficult life situations and relationship on one's own until the time of the scheduled marriage therapy or individual counseling session. Clients are less likely to become dependent on the therapist than might be the case with text and email therapy, where the format itself could lead to relating with the therapist more like a parent whose job it is to emotionally prop them up in the moment. Another concern about text and email therapy is its quality. It's hard for me to understand how therapists can be at their professional best without a clear separation between their work time and the rest of their life. It would be hard for me to completely switch gears into my professional mindset each time a text or email came through from a client. A significant downside of text and email therapy is the inability to hear a client's voice or see their facial expressions. Without that critical information, it would be easy for both the therapist and the client to misunderstand each other. For the rest of this video, I will only be talking about the kind of online therapy that seeks to replicate an in-person therapy session. In other words, it has scheduled appointment times where clients and their marriage therapist or individual counselor can see and speak to each other. With my teletherapy service provider, I supply a link to my clients. It is the same link for all sessions and includes my business name. I text this link when confirming appointments. Clients simply tap on the link at the time of their scheduled therapy appointment and they arrive in my virtual waiting room where I can see they have shown up. I text this link when confirming appointments. Clients simply tap on the link at the time of their scheduled appointment when they arrive in my virtual waiting room, where I can see that they have actually shown up. When I'm ready for them, I click Start, and the session begins with all of us being able to see and hear each other. Often it takes a minute or so to adjust volumes and positioning so we can all hear and see each other easily. If there's any difficulty at all, I can call the client or clients and we problem solve the technical issues together. And if the technical issues are not able to be resolved quickly, we continue the session as a telephone session. Sometimes the video is fine, but the audio is not clear enough. In that case, there is a microphone icon on the video screen for us to turn off, and we simply use our cell phones for the audio. After everything is working clearly, the session is really no different than an in-person session. As you can see, I have my laptop computer for the session, so I may take brief notes. I devote an additional 15 minutes to up to a half an hour to expand upon those brief notes. Taking comprehensive notes provides me with a detailed record of what we discussed, enabling me to be prepared for the next session with that client or clients. I use the same process whether it is an online or in-person session. Many of my in-person clients drive from as much as 100 miles each way. These clients often schedule hour-and-a-half sessions to economize their driving time. They also have tended to schedule less frequently. An advantage to clients with online therapy is the option to do shorter sessions and perhaps have those sessions more frequently scheduled. With no driving time whatsoever, it has made sense to have shorter and more frequent sessions for those that are distance driving clients. The last question my clients have had about online therapy concerns paying for their sessions. With online therapy, the only option is to have credit card payments. Credit card payments take very slightly longer as there is no inserting or swiping the card, but instead the numbers are read to me as I enter them into this credit card machine. I hope this video has helped you understand the advantages and disadvantages of online therapy as compared to in-person counseling therapy. I welcome your comments. Other viewers of this video might also be interested in hearing about your experience with online counseling therapy. Please leave a comment. I read and respond to all comments. Please also like this video and subscribe to my counseling therapy channel. Doing so helps this video to show up for others looking for more information on counseling therapy. Thanks for your kind attention.